Uh, Hello. Uh, English is today so many days after there's lots of time we skip the English session. English is is the one thing I'm telling you. Yeah, uh, is that when you don't practice enough, the if you want to do something, if you want to be something really amazing in particular field, you need to keep doing it. Yeah, and that is the only way to achieve, to master that skills. Okay, so if you want to be speak English very fluently, so you need to speak English regularly. Yeah, unless you didn't do this stuff, your English is not gonna improve. Yeah, why I'm telling you every day, because of that he you have to do lots of things with English in a future's life. Okay, and that future is kind of like a really close to you. Okay, so basically I'm saying is that if you're not trying to speak English, it's gonna things not gonna good. Okay, so you just need to keep practice your English session. Okay, yeah. So right now I have some certain of questions, and I need to ask these questions to myself and giving those answer in English. Okay, most of those action and most of those questions uh, are actually in relate with the personal questions. Yes, so you need to give the answers. Okay, so let's just start. Let's just begin. What random strange has had the biggest impact on your life? Random strange has had the biggest impact on your life. Random strange. Uh, well, something happened. That happened was particularly. I'm not really. म्हणजे, some such things happened that I didn't plan, didn't know anything, and that happens. It just you are trying to say is that what is the strangest things happened in your life and that you couldn't control or that you couldn't know anything about. What do you say, according to you, what is the strangest thing? A strangest thing for me is like that I didn't know anything about what I am doing. Okay, and all those things happened, and I just be looking I just be victim of those incidents happened according to the other person. So what are you trying to say? Yeah, um, yeah, there is so many things happens, but I don't really know. Yeah, because I feel it. Yeah, I feel it, that thing was happened really particularly really strange. Yes, but right now I didn't know what is the exactly strangest things happened, but I'm pretty sure if I remember I will recall this thing and be remember. Yeah. What achievement are you proud but most people would consider silly or weird. Yeah, it's a making an artifact episode. Yeah, actually, it's like that. Ki you are making right now. I'm making artifact episode almost like a 2000 artifact episode I completed. Okay, and it is like it is kind of like a being really journey. Yeah, artifact episode is kind of like a very big important factor of my life. Okay, and I think that is a really big achievement. Trust me, because of that, ki it is like a when you know the steps of this work, it's kind of like a really simple. You just need to talk to yourself and record. Okay, but practically doing is kind of like a really difficult. Okay, I feel that when I started making artifact episode, it is kind of like a really complicated things for me. Okay, but um, slowly it will get much better. Yeah, and that artifact episode is really improved my life. Trust me. Yes. So I'm saying is that and one thing is that the artifact episode has um, lots of potential to change my life. Okay, if I didn't make artifact episode, I was like a really not so good person. Okay, but I make the artifact episode, and I know what I am doing. So basically, is that thing ki artifact episode is shape my life. Yeah, and it is kind of like a biggest secret of my life. Yes, uh, but I don't want to keep those secrets. Yes, I do want to share those secrets with everyone, but for but I'm saying is that artifact episode is for those people who has some sort of target, who has to achieve their dream. For those person required artifact episode. And as a normal person, you didn't think you need a artifact episode, but I suggest it will improve your life also. But it has you need to be courage for making artifact episode. Yeah, why I'm saying this courage word, because of that key artifact episode, it's just not 1 or 2 days or 1 week or 1 month. No, you have to do it till the end of the lifetime. So it is like it is really big commitment. Okay, like you are married, you are marrying with someone, it's kind of like a big commitment. This is also artifact episode is also like that. Okay, I do want to share those things happened with me when I'm making the artifact episode. Yes, but some people feels really silly. Yeah, because of that key, when you are making artifact episode, practically you are talking with yourself. Okay, so Annie, there is no one in front of you. So when the people saw me, they feel kind of like a silly that what is this guy's doing? He's talking with himself. Yeah, but um, I don't really care what people thinks. But important thing is that it it artifact episode it changed my life. Yeah, it is changing my life every day. Okay, so and I think uh, making artifact episode is kind of like a big accomplishment, big big achievement for me. Yes. Yeah. What period in history has the best friction? Okay, there is some sort of things happened in the history, and you feel really incredible while listening them or while knowing them. Okay, because it is like those things happened very very years ago, and you will know today, and you feel like that ki wow, is all those things happened in the years ago. So you feel little bit of proud uh, and enthusiastic with the I do like history. Yeah, some people get really bored with the history, but I do like history. uh, there is the one thing, yes, I'm really curious about the Leonardo da Vinci. Okay, Leonardo the Caprionare, uh, Leonardo da Vinci. Okay, the 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 painter of Mona Lisa. Yes, he's the guy. He can म्हणजे when you read his book, okay, you feel that he's the guy. He's the father of science, actually. Yeah, father of science, arts. Um, I don't know. It's lots of things he achieved on his life. Yeah, most of the people didn't really achieve a one thing in their life, but this guy achieved multiple things in their life. So how does he did that? Yeah, and when you listen his story, when you read his work, what he did in his life in history, you feel like how he did that. Yeah, there is one thing I'm really curious about. Actually, Leonardo, sorry, Da Vinci is kind of like a really painter from the beginning. Okay, and he has a particular art in painting. So he does make really beautiful art. Okay, like he's making some sort of natures and peoples and then portraits. He makes those painting, and he was really good. Yeah, but he was really enthusiastic about what inside our human body. Yeah, what inside the he always wanted to see that things didn't particular see every day in their life, um, in the era of the Leonardo, in the era of the Da Vinci, there is a not there is X-ray. X-ray machine is not available there. What is X-ray? X-ray machine is kind of like that. Key, this taking a picture from inside your body. So this kind of like a X-ray machine. You know that stuff. Okay, but this machine is not available on that era. So basically, he was kind of like a Da Vinci was kind of like a really enthusiastic about what is inside our human body or what is inside our animal body. He has lots of questions like how the birds can fly, so many things. Yes, so he has some sort of curiosity, and he wanted to expand his curiosity. Then what he did, he dissect all the things like pig. He wants to know about what inside the pig. So Da Vinci catch up a pig and dissect. What do you mean by dissect? Dissect means cutting a pig. Yeah, he's cut the pig in half, and he wanted to know what's inside. He wanted to know how his things work, how he eat, how the human body works. Yes, so there is a lots of questions. Yeah, basically he dissect lots of things like animals, sometimes human also. Yes, like there is a one day he dissect a person, and it's not like it's dissect is why I'm saying is this dissect person. Why dissect, not a cut? When you cut, it means you are cutting in half. Yes, dissect means you are cutting layer by layer. Okay, just like means if you want to cut a just skin, so what does he do? What does he did? He cut just first skin. Okay, then he remove the skin. Then he will paint what it looks like. Okay, then little bit slowly he remove some tissues and veins and lots of things inside your body. So he just looked at, make the painting and go further. Okay, so it's kind of like a really creepy, but there is a one thing we need to know about this situation is like that when you have a lots of curiosity, no one will stop you. Yeah, it's kind of like a really impossible to stop yourself. Yes, and he has some sort of curiosity. Yeah, in just not just a one field, uh, he has lots of fields for curiosity. Like he built helicopter in 600 year ago. Can you believe it that 600 year ago he built the helicopter? Yeah, म्हणजे is a basic protocol how the helicopter will fly. He will demonstrate that. Okay, also he will build aeroplane. Yeah, but basically the first plane was introduced by Wright brothers. I know that, but actually the Wright brothers plane was completely uh, inspired by Leonardo uh, models. Okay, inspired by what he wants to did. Okay, so why there is a lots of things. Yeah, and when you read his book or when you read his things he done his life, you feel really amazed. Yeah, so and there is not for the just one person. I do like history about lots of things. Like I want to know what happens in World War II, World War I, what happens in Germany, Russia, what happens with USSR. Does the does the Apollo 11 landed on the moon or not? There is a lots of unanswered questions. Yeah, is this happened, is this not happened, or some sort of particular stories behind it that people don't really know about it. There is a lots of questions. Yeah, and when you trying to know this thing, you feel like friction. Yeah, you feel like such things uh, happens when you read a book about history. So I do like history. Yeah, and when I read some sort of history book, I feel like this is kind of like some sort of frictions happens. So yeah, what silly or funny thing make you afraid or creeps you? There is a I'm not I don't know what is this silly thing or funny thing, but I am kind of scared of bugs. Yeah, I hate bugs. Yeah, and when the bugs are around me, I feel not so good. Why? There is a lots of thing like grasshopper. Yeah, I really scared of grasshopper. Okay, basically those bugs who can fly. Okay, I don't really fear of those bugs who don't fly. I feel like I will crush him. Yeah, no, not crush him. Yes, but actually, um, there is a one thing last night when I was doing work. There is a bug came out came out from uh, came out inside my room, and it was like a really big bug. Yeah, actually it was like a 1 inch bug, and it can fly. Okay, and yeah, when you are seeing that bug, it's kind of like a feels so terrified. Okay, yeah, that bug is really afraid of you also, so don't really get that. But it's just like I feel really afraid. I don't want to be this bug around me. So it just like I just take a jhadu and just like kick him off. Yeah. So I didn't really kill that bug. Yeah, but actually I was getting successful for uh, getting this bug out of my room. So yeah, and that is kind of like some sort of silly or funny thing, yeah, because it's just like you are 29, sorry, you are 27, and you still afraid of bug. But yeah, I am. How quickly do you jump to conclusion about the people? uh, it's kind of like that. Do you judge people? Well, I'm not really sure I judge people. Yeah. Because of that, I didn't really judge a people. Why? Because of that, I have lots of things need to understand about my things. Why should I judge other person that I don't really care? Yeah, that is the one thing. Yeah, if that person is really important for me, yeah, then yes. But it's just like judging a particular person is not good. Yeah, it's like you will get to know slowly you will get to know, yeah, in particular period of time. Yeah, no need to quickly judge those person. Yes, but there is a some sort of things happen around you, and you need to take the actions, and for those actions you do need to judge the people. Yeah. So there is a one thing that happens to me, and it is kind of like a really not so good, and it is really bad memories, it is bad things happens with me. So right now I'm telling you, uh, I do have some sort of money, yeah, and I want to buy a camera. Okay, but I don't have enough money to buy a brand new camera. Like I have just like 10,000 rupees. Okay, so I decided to buy old camera or second hand camera. Okay, so I went to OLX and searched for the camera around me in Wardha. So I found the camera. The camera is a Canon uh, 2000D. Okay, it is really good camera. It was really amazing. It gave me lens like kit lens and so many things. Okay, so I called the buyer, and he says the camera is not available in Wardha. The camera is available in his place. He was living uh, in the Pakistan or some sort of BSF kind of like that guy. So he say he is the army guy. Okay, and he say he want to dispatch this camera from his side, and before that you need to send money. Okay, and while talking to him, I feel that this guy is kind of like a really good person. Okay, so I send money. Okay, but in the end camera doesn't came, and and lots of things happened after that. Yeah, it is kind of like a really big things. Yeah, big things happen, but in short, um, this guy doesn't send his camera, and he he's not stole my money. He's making me fool, and and he's making me fool. That's the one thing. Yeah. And why is this thing happened? Because of that I judge those person really quickly. Yeah, if you judge a person very quickly, you lots of things, lots of trouble you are welcoming. Okay, so I'm saying is that don't judge people so quickly. Okay, if you are around with the strangers and you want to work with them, so you just like work with the really less period of time, so that people will fade away. Okay, but there is a thing when you want to work more than a day, so you need to be understand that person, and for this thing you need to spend time with that person. Okay, and if you so when you feel that this guy is really trustable, then you work with him, then you share some idea, then lots of things. Okay. But what I understand from this experience is that I uh, don't really judge person so quickly, and when you are talking about the money, it's not, yeah, it's like money is not a thing. I'm saying that. All right. So right now, how would the world change if superhero and supervillain actually exist? If the superhero and supervillain are actually exist, what things happens to the world? Yeah, I'm talking about when you are living in the movies. So how is this thing? Because all those things happened in the movies. Yeah, in not real life. So I'm talking about the movies life. So what is this? Well, there is a first thing. Yeah, there is a superhero. That means kind of like a weird person around you. Yeah. Why I saying superhero for a weird person? Yeah, because of that. For for it's like that everyone is superhero. Yeah, for this is my perspective. Yeah, everyone is superhero. You want to do something, or you want to whatever, you can do it. Yeah, you have unimaginary power with you all the time, and you didn't really know. Yes, you want to fly, just go to the helicopter, or just go to the paraglide, or just jump from the lots of things you want to do. But if you are flying, so you just like, yeah, these things are not flying, this is like a fallen from the particular height. Yeah, I know. Yeah, but I want to fly. So you want to fly, just buy a rocket boot, or just like yeah, rocket boot, or those thrusters are available, and those are kind of like a really small, and yeah, so you can fly also. Yeah, human is kind of like, I'm saying is that this is my perspective. For other people feels really not so good. For me, um it's like that human has lots of things. Yeah, human has a superpower. Yeah, if you don't really know, um, yeah, it is lots of things. Yes. And this is what you want. Yeah, it's like you want to be something, you want to be a Iron Man, you can build a suit and become Iron Man. Yeah, it's not just things happen just like accidentally, or no, no, no. Yeah. So yeah, I'm saying is that those people, those superhuman are already exist. Yeah, because some people are using their capability in really high level. Okay, so that makes it, those people are superheroes. Yeah, for example, like president of America. Yeah, he has a lots of power. Yeah, he has a control of nuclear weapon. He wants to destroy some sort of country, he will push the button and destroy that country. So he has that power. We say that this guy is kind of like a powerful or superhuman or superman, or I don't know. Yeah, definitely yes, because he has power. Okay, and not for the president of the America. There is a lots of people has a lots of power. Yeah, and I'm not talking about the money is the power. No, no, no. I'm talking about the, yeah, some sort of money is also the power, but there is a lots of things. Money is just part of those things. Okay, so yeah, superheroes are exist, and super villain are also exist. Yes, there are so many terrorists. They want to kill the person. Yeah, there are so many things. Okay, and they are really monster. Yeah, you didn't really know what is the meaning of villain. Yeah, what is the meaning of villain? Yeah, you feel the villain when some rapist guy rape a girl. Okay, and this is kind of like a really monster or villain thing. Trust me. Yes. And yeah, is how the earth will change. Yeah, not earth will change, trust me. Yes, because when there is a bad person, there is a good person also. Yeah, and I'm not saying is that superhero doesn't exist. Superhero does exist. Yes, it's in your world, you just need to find out. Yeah, it's already in front of you, but you don't really know. Yeah, because for you superhero is kind of like a different meaning, like he's the guy who's wear some sort of weird dresses and no, he is like superhero is looking just like you. Yeah, you don't really know him is a superhero, but actually he is the guy, right? So yeah, what would what would be your strategy for surviving an apocalyptic epidemic? Okay. There is some sort of things happened and everyone was dying. So yeah, I do think about that thing. Okay. There is a one thing in my imagination. I do some imagine some sort of things, and it is uh, there is a lots of people commenting on my video. Okay, right now. There is a guy who says Pune is just a hype. If you compare Nagpur with Pune, anytime Nagpur will win in terms of infrastructure and clean and place to visit. Pune has just mall and club. Yeah, this guy is really good. Yeah, I do like him. I give him a heart. Should I say heart? Yeah, it's like give like uh, okay. He just like right now my video is kind of like so many people are watching is 41,000 people are watch my videos. Okay, and 98 comment and 1.6 um, uh, 1600 likes and 319 subscribers. So basically there is a one video is this Nagpur video is going really viral. Yeah, people are watching this video and they feels really good. Uh, Back to our recording session. What is your strategy for surviving this apocalyptic hypo, hypoclap, apocalyptic and endemic? It's not pandemic, it's called is endemic. What is endemic? Endemic means it will end everything what you are saw in right now. Yeah, like some sort of asteroid is striking on the earth atmosphere and the atmosphere went really down and it's kind of like an endemic situation. Yeah. So what is the endemic situation? Like everyone is dying around you, so that is called endemic situation. So what is your strategy for surviving that situation? uh, i I do think about that thing, but not the endemic. I'm thinking about when the all the human was just vanish, just disappear. Yeah, and I'm the only guy alone, and I didn't really know what's around me. Yes, because of that, uh, everyone is die, and there is a lots of bandit cities and is this such things happen? I what would you do? Um, First thing I will feel freedom. Yeah, why? Because of that key you can do anything you want to do. Yeah, and then you will find out key that emptiness and aloneness will killing you from inside. So you just trying to keep surviving yourself and I don't know. But it's just like I just thinking right now such things happen. If the all the human is non-existent, I was the only guy alone here. So what would you do? It's kind of like a really imaginative things, but yeah, trust me, yes, it is kind of like a imaginative things. What is the most important change that should be made to your country's education system? Okay, yeah. My country's education system is I'm not saying is that it is not so good, yeah, and I'm not saying is that it is not so well. Okay. Why? Because of that there is some sort of people that they don't really get the proper education. What I'm trying to say is that education is just not just like you are learning people for reading and writing. No, no. Yes, there is a lots of things we need to learn while we facing the world, before we facing the world. Okay. But whatever the system in our country right now, I live in Wardha. Sorry, I know I live in India, and the Indian education system is, I'm saying is that it is good. Yeah, if I compare with not so Western, but kind of like yeah, there is some sort of improvement is necessary. I do know that. Yeah, but the people are not the people who are educating from this system uh, is kind of like they are not, it's just like that. Yeah, I'm talking about uh, feature phone and iPhone. Obviously everyone says iPhone is good, yeah, but what if you gave iPhone to a person who didn't really know about the iPhone? Then what is the meaning of iPhone? What does he use? Like, because some person use feature phone, so you don't really give person to iPhone, gave just feature phone. Why? Because he is comfortable with that. Okay. And when you want to improve the particular person, you just keep increasing little bit, like you just gave him little bit of Android phone or touch screen phone, then Android phone, then he will get familiar with all those things, and then in the end you will give Apple iPhone. So this is the kind of example you do understand from what I'm saying is that whatever the education system we have, it just kind of like a feature phone. Okay. And you just want to improve this system or education system. I'm saying is that you just change just little bit, not too much. Yeah, it just like change a little bit. Okay. When you change just little bit in education system, definitely it will improve. It takes some time. Yeah, it just not just happen suddenly. No, 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 it just takes some time. Yeah, but it will give you result. Okay. Yeah, in my country the education system we exist today is good. Yeah, I'm not saying it's bad, it's good. Yeah, it's, there is some sort of loophole is in the education system. I do consider this thing, I do consider that. But It's like we have like 1.4 billion people actually, and we need to go with everyone. Okay, not just particular person. Okay, so whatever the education system we have, it is good. Okay, according to our human population category. Yeah. So yes. Uh, what is something you think you will regret in the future not starting right now, and what is something you already regret not starting sooner? That is really good question. Yeah. Um, there is a one thing I want to be a filmmaker from the beginning. Like when I was in the standard 10, I just thinking about I love the movies and I want to criticize every movie. Yeah, but it's just like I don't have a particular skill on this thing. I just do think like that. Okay, but I didn't really think this is my career option. I was always think like this is kind of like a hobby or kind of like a passion. I don't know. Yeah. Uh, because of that, you are born in middle class family. So basically, you are thinking about you are earning quickly as possible. Yes, and for those things you are finding whatever the suitable job around you, and you will get this. Okay, I do feel really regret. I want to be a filmmaker. Yes, but I didn't really started when I was 24 or 22. I started in this year when I was 27. Okay, so I feel really regret. Yeah, but not so much. Why? Because of that ki I do understand the people and do understand how environment works, and there is a lots of things it will teaches me. Yeah, uh, because of that I did not spend any year, I did not spend my time just for a random thing. No, no, no. After the college, I went to the job. Okay, and I did 1 year job in maintenance department and 2 year job in designing, and I do have experience about the private infrastructure, private job, and what's the people around you and what they want from you and what you want to get experience from this thing. I do know from the situation happens with me. Okay, so I'm not saying is that I spent almost like a 4 year for doing job, and right now I have nothing. Yes, and for you, for other people think this is kind of like a waste of time, but I'm saying is that no, it gives me some sort of experience. Yeah, the very successful person, they always says you will never get fail, you just like you will get experience to how things not right. Yeah, you just need to get experience all those things, and until you get a right thing, and that is the moment you will get success. Yeah, and that is takes some time. Yeah, it just not just like happens right now. No, 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 it happens every day. You just keep doing this every day. I'm sure you will improve your things, trust me. Okay, so, yeah. And I do feel really regret sometimes, but when I'm thinking about my past, I feel like that the experience what I have is kind of like a really good. Right now I'm working almost like a 10 and 12 hour. Because of that I was doing job in private job for 10 and 12 hour. So I do get habit from my private job. So I did get really lots of good things around me. Yeah, and yes, I feel really if I started sooner I did something. But what part of your culture are you most and least proud of you? Well, I am living in India, and India is enormous in culture. Okay, trust me, it has lots of religious and lots of things, and some people say, some Indian people say, is like that. Ki having this religion is not so good. Yeah, it's just like when you are living in the modern world, you don't really know the religious and all those things. Yeah, yeah, that is good. Yes, because of that, religious is kind of like a kind of like I'm saying is that I'm saying is that it's just like part of your nail. Okay, just like this is the nail. Okay, but one thing I'm telling you, yeah, religious and culture, other people feels really not so good, but I feel really proud. Yeah, because of that, ki uh, it's just like I'm talking about. Okay, I'm telling all those things in example. Okay, one thing is that, okay, um, you are eating pizza every day. Okay, so you don't really feel the importance of the pizza or not. Yeah, you just eating every day and you don't really get the food every day. Okay, so you don't really care about the food, or you don't really care about whatever the food in front of you. You just like criticize it, and after you are hungry you will eat it. Yeah, but when you have a food you always criticize it. I just like say, I don't want this, I want that, I don't want this, I want that. Yeah, try to think for those person who don't really get a food for 2 time in a day. Okay, for those perspective, having a food is kind of like a uh, is kind of like a really good, it's kind of like a really amazing. Yes, whatever the food they have, they feel really good, they thanks for their god for having the food and they eat it. Okay, so it's just like there is a two perspective. If you are lots of things, then you don't really care, but if you don't have a things, you definitely care. We are living in India, and actually we have enormous in culture. Okay, and lots of things around you relate with the culture and religions. So you feel that ki this is too much. Yeah, I don't really want. Yes, but try to think of western people. Okay, they don't have a religious, they don't have some sort of things. Okay, what does the nah, this is not the example right now is compared with this thing, but what I'm saying is that having a religious, having a culture, it's kind of like a really good. Okay, it gives you hope, and the people are living on just on their hope. Okay, so hope is a really good thing. Okay, if you are trying and hoping for things happen in future is really good. So right now you are surviving is just because of the hope. Okay, so having a religious or having a culture is kind of like the people gives the whatever the god exists or not, they gives hope to reason to live, and that is really good thing. That is really amazing thing. Okay, I do feel really proud to having a culture and religious. Okay, because of that key people across from the India, they came here and they want to feel uh, those culture and religious things that we experience every day. Okay, so I feel really proud. Yeah, I feel really good. Yes. What is the worst and the best things about female? This question is kind of like a really worst thing and best thing about female. It's not I'm talking about the human species who has who is not male, and that is called female. So what is the best thing and worst thing about the female? Well, I don't really know actually. Yeah, I am I am male since I born, so I didn't really know. Yeah. Uh, but for my perspective and what I experience from this species around me, yeah, I'm saying is that species, yes, is kind of like a female species. Um, okay, best thing, okay, is that they are good looking. Okay, those species are 10 out of 8 species are looks so good. Female are looks every time look so good. I don't know what they do. They looks always good. Okay, so that is the best thing. What is the worst thing? Uh, Actually, they don't have brain. Yeah, 10 out of 4 people have a brain and 6 people didn't have a brain. So that is the worst thing. Yes. I'm answering these questions really funnily, but I don't really says that things. Yes, because everyone has a best thing or worst thing. Yes, male or female, whatever it is. Yes, everyone has some sort of things that people feels really good or bad, but this is kind of like this. If you answering these questions, you are criticizing the female person. Okay, so but I'm saying is, for my perspective, male and female are all the same. There is just like a human things, some sort of things is kind of like a different, but other than that everything is really same. I'm not saying is that ki male person don't really look beautiful. Yeah, they look beautiful, yeah, but not too much. Yeah, I'm not saying is that male person has don't have brains. Yeah, they have some sort of brains. They use their people don't really use their brains. So it's not talking about the gender. No, no, no. It's not. Yeah, it's about the people. Yeah, some people have different some sort of skills, and that's it. If you could put your brain in the robot and live indefinitely, would you? No, no. Actually, why? Well, I do like my human body. Yes. Yeah, this kind of like a really weird question, but yeah, I do like my human body. Yeah, I do want to feel the emotions. I do want to feel the touch. I do want to feel the air. And this is the body you have. It's kind of like a really complex machine. Yeah. Whatever the robotics invented, the human body is kind of like it's so complex things that human cannot do everything in a single machine. Okay, people says robot can do this thing, robot can do that thing. Trust me, you don't. If you don't really feel the air around you, what is the importance of that machine? Okay, and I know brain is kind of like really important, and if you put your brain inside some sort of robot machine, would you? I'm saying is that no. My human body is really good. Yeah, I feel pain, I feel hurt, I feel some sort of limitation, but that is good. Yeah, it gives me do something really much bigger, and that is really amazing. Yeah, if somebody hurting me, I feel hurt, and that is the part of the human body. Yeah, when you are in the some sort of robot, you don't really feel anything. You don't really feel the air, you don't really feel the hurt. Whatever the people do, you don't really care. So you just became part of the robot. If you just have a robot still inside the is brain inside that robot, you doesn't be a human called you. So I'm saying is that no. I don't want to put my brain on some sort of creepy robot. No, I definitely not. Rather, I die. Yeah. Uh, okay, if you could replace the handshake as a greeting, what interesting new greeting would you replace with it? There is a one greeting I love about this thing, and what is that? Is that thing? Yo, is that thing? When you greeting somebody, you will handshake or you say namaste. Okay, or in my culture we actually say Jai Bhim. Okay, but if you want to change your greeting, what would be? I'm saying is that this is yo, but actually this kind of yo is kind of like a for those people who are friend. So yeah. Who is the worst guest you had in your house, and what did they do? Well, I don't have a really worst guest. Yes, whatever the guest we have, those are kind of like a really peaceful people. Okay, they are humble. They talking really good. They stay for a night and they went home next day. So basically, I'm not saying is that for those, so many people have so many worse guests. Yes, I do feel like that, but I don't. We don't have in my family. We don't have so many guests. Yeah, yep. People came here. Yeah, people. There's a lots of relatives I have. We have and. They came here, they stay, but they didn't really did something weird thing. No, no, no. Yeah, and they live good and they go. Yeah, I don't really know is the some worst things they do now. When does time pass fastest for you, and what does it pass it the slowest? When does it pass the slowest? Okay, is this thing I'm talking about when you are walking at the speed of light? Okay, so everything around you is became really slow. So what would you do? I'm talking about if you have power for a flash, and then what would you do? You can do everything in just like fraction of seconds. So what would you do? Ah, I don't know. It's like so many things. Yes. Um, I do have some sort of creativity. I do have imagination. I do feel, but right now I'm really talking. I'm kind of like really tired for talking almost like a 58-minute today. But it's kind of like a really good today. It's kind of like a week completing English session, and I feel really good. And starting, I feel really worse. But when after continue doing this, the words is came and English became really fluent. So yes, I will keep doing this. Yeah, if I get some sort of sleepy things inside my head, so I will definitely came here and so right now this is it. This is the end. Thank you.